Hello YouTube, this is Ron reaching out to you once again from Central Texas. Been a minute since I've made a video, a little over a week. Kids are out of school for the holidays, so it's been pretty busy around here. I haven't had the opportunity to have privacy to do this. I've had a lot of thoughts. There's a lot of activity going on, but I haven't had the opportunity to have a long time to make a video. So here I am. First off, this is my 8th video, and I haven't did something that I probably should have did a while ago. There are several activists on YouTube who have had a definite impact on me and my family in regards to the transition of being an active witness to waking up and becoming an ex-witness who speaks out in behalf of those still trapped inside the tower. So I want to name drop some of those who have been influential in our waking up. Some old, some new, are Kim and Mikey, lovely couple. If you have not seen their videos, and I can't see how you would have seen their video, my video first, and not have seen theirs because they're all over. But they are a lovely couple who are feisty and very entertaining to watch. And they definitely do a good job of getting their points across in regards to this organization and the way we're manipulated. So if you want to sit back, get you a bag of popcorn or a bowl of popcorn and have a good night, sit back and watch a Kim and Mikey video. I'm telling you, they are hilarious. Another couple I can think of, it's the ex-critical thinkers, Lady C and JT. He's a former Bethelite, and they as a couple are what I consider a power couple. They are very articulate in regards to the way they break down how we were as a group manipulated. They don't just talk about the organization on the surface. They actually do a little more digging and tell you how it not only affected you while you were inside, but a lot of the things you have to deal with once you're awake. So I truthfully appreciate them, and possibly, hopefully, me and my wife will get to work with them and possibly get an interview. So we'll see. Another couple who I'm following that I really like a whole lot is True Faced. Their page on YouTube is called True Faced. It's Keith and Shannon, and they're young. They just got out not too long ago, and to hear just like this last night, I watched a video where he actually went to a funeral and got shunned at a funeral, and she got shunned at a funeral, and hear that story, and to be able to relate to that, because I'm being shunned by my whole family. I'm the one in my marriage who has family members in the organization, and I have 40 plus years of friendships, conditional friendships in that organization, so it's most likely hitting me a lot harder than it would my wife. But to hear them, they're younger than us, and to see the ramifications of coming out of that organization is hard. And to watch their videos, it will literally make it bring a tear to your eyes, because no one should be treated the way simply for leaving the organization, simply for having a difference of opinion and waking up to what's going on. Not because you fornicated, stole, committed idolatry, adultery, murder, stealing, or anything like that, but simply because you've left this organization because of a difference of opinion, you are shunned. And to watch their video last night was, it pulled my heartstrings. I like JW Crisis, JW Suicide. It's a shame that there's enough suicides in the organization that it merits someone even putting together a channel called JW Suicide, but that's the sad truth. This organization, and I even afraid to call it a religion, is so manipulative in regards to the way they have power over people. People are killing themselves leaving this organization. And man, I'm so glad we're waking out of it. I just tuned into Vinny V. Actually talked to him this morning through YouTube. Very entertaining channel. Marcus Vaughn. He is an ex-Bethelite as well. I love to watch him get out in nature and talk to people. Well, not talk to people, but talk to the camera and show you where he's at and stuff. He's one of the guys I watched when we first got out that, man, cool. I'd like to meet him in person one day. I know a lot don't like John Cedars because he's evolutionist now. I don't have a gripe with that because me coming out of this organization, I still 100% believe in God. And I'll say that again and again. And I'm not an agnostic or an evolutionist, so I'm not going to get mad at him because he chose to go that route, because I can understand it. Once you've been manipulated by an organization as thoroughly as we figure out that we have been, anything to do with organized religion, like me personally, I'm not getting into another organized religion. I don't care if it's non-denominational. Besides me talking to somebody at their home in regards to the Bible, if we breaking bread, I can do that. But as far as joining the church, me personally, I'm not doing it. If somebody goes towards evolution, or if they become an agnostic, say, hey, look, you got to prove to me that there's a God. Hey, I totally get that, because this organization produces people in the thousands, if not millions, with PTSD. That's called post-traumatic stress disorder. Something that occurs generally when you're in the military because you've been literally bombarded by bombs and sniper fire and all that stuff. That occurs in this organization. People are coming out of this organization with PTSDs. And so somebody going towards evolution, I totally respect that and get it. It's not for me, but he was influential. I love he reviews the broadcast every month, and it's very enlightening and insightful. He makes some very good, valid points. So that's another channel that if you have the opportunity, if you haven't seen his and you saw, man, I still wouldn't understand how that occurs, because I don't have that many viewers yet. I'm brand new, but you definitely want to check out John Cedars. So why am I making this video this afternoon? I got some notifications. I watched, actually it was a Kim and Mikey video, and she brought up the organization's tendency to what we call flip-flop. And she showed a video of Brother Jackson doing a flip-flop on the matter of what terms you use in prayers. I'm not going to get into it. Like I said, you can go to Kim and Mikey's video and watch that particular video and see the snippet of Brother Jackson flip-flopping. Again, I don't think that it's unintentional that they flip-flop. And I'm going to explain why I don't think it's unintentional. I'm a Central Texas resident now, but I was born and raised in the hood of Chicago. And having that background, it gives me, I'm privy to something that a lot of witnesses might not be privy to. Pimping. Yep, you heard me, pimping or running game. I got to see that up close and personal. I grew up in the projects, and that was part of my culture. Even though I was born and raised as a witness, I still had to go home at night, and there were plenty of pimps. There was plenty of male and female prostitutes, majority female. And one of the things that people might wonder who are not in that culture is how someone can manipulate someone into giving up their body. The pimp stays home or in his warm car and watch the prostitute go out and sell her body for money and then turn around and take the money to the pimp. And you like, that makes no sense. Why doesn't she just do it for herself? Take that risk, go out, sleep with this gentleman or whatever, John, whatever you want to call him, and keep the money. You know, what could he say to her to get her to start turning tricks? Now you might wonder what that has to do with this organization. It's got a lot to do with this organization because I can see it now that I'm not in it. Okay, what a pimp does is they use two ploys. They use sympathy when you feel sorry for somebody, and they use empathy. They do what we call running game on someone. They find someone who's attractive, who has low self-esteem, and they talk to them. They smooth talk them, and they tell them, they give them a sob story, because people want to inherently help other people. And they then go on for the next ploy. They use empathy. Empathy is it's not feeling sorry for somebody. Empathy is when you put yourself in somebody else's shoes. You can't fit their shoes, but you do the best you can to relate to them. Now, again, why would I say that that's a ploy that the writing committee of the organization uses, and therefore the governing body uses in regards to Jehovah's Witnesses? It's simple. Why do you think that they make these adjustments that aren't what witnesses consider a big deal? Like the snippet that I saw earlier in regards to Brother Jackson, he brought up about prayers. When you're listening to a prayer, one, the Bible says it shouldn't be an elaborate prayer anyway, but they made an adjustment in regards to terminology in prayers. Now, that's something that even if you're a diehard witness, if you so anal that you picking up on the fact that the brother might have used the wrong term when praying, I feel bad for you. But again, the governing body felt the need to address that and make that adjustment. The reason why they make these adjustments, let me clue y'all in on something, is so that they can garner sympathy. They want to come across to you as imperfect gentlemen who are just trying to find their way, trying to do the best that they can to their ability to navigate this wicked system, to work as the discreet slave and pull millions along with them in regards to this organization. So that's how they garner the sympathy. They come across, they tell you, they bring up small adjustments repetitively. And the reason why they do that is pretty ingenious if you think about it. If I come across, and I'm the one who puts out my small, little bitty adjustments, something that might go right past you, you could care less. When I come at you with a bigger adjustment, or come at you with something that's more troubling or upsetting, or something that you have to make a big adjustment in your own personal life, I've already set up a track record of being truthful with you, of being honest with you, and letting you know that I'm just a human just like you. So that's where the empathy comes in, because now you can relate to me, and you'll defend me. Instead of other people having to defend me, you'll do it for me. Which is why when you talk to witnesses, who are still asleep and still sheeple in that organization, what do? If you bring up a valid point or inconsistency in the organization, they will fight tooth and nail and excuse you as either spiritually weak or spiritually dead, because you just cannot talk about the organization like that. We are taught thoroughly how to discuss and disarm people out of ministry. We are taught how to belittle other organizations and find their weak spots. But what don't witnesses do? They do not turn around and point those fingers at themselves. So that's how they manipulate you. That's how they pimp you. That's how they run game on us, because they use sympathy to make us feel bad for them, because they're imperfect people just like us. Then that works within our own psyche, and we turn it into empathy, and we say, well, we can relate. Why in the world would you come down on them? Because they're trying so hard to help all these people. They're doing the Lord's work. They're doing their own work. Our Father in heaven is not running this organization. I try in my videos not to steer people in this direction or that direction, but I'm going to tell you something that I thoroughly believe. I believe that as they keep on making these small adjustments, I don't know if you're a fan of algorithms. That's when you watch patterns and things, and you can kind of predict when something stupid's going to happen or something good or whatever. It's called an algorithm. I'm a fan of watching those in business and buying and selling, marketing. When they make these small adjustments, trust and believe me, if you pay attention to the patterns, something big is about to happen. They make these little goofy, silly, non-sequential adjustments to set you up for the big adjustment. So that's my viewpoint, honestly. We all have free will, as I always say in my videos. So you are free to make up your own mind. And just think about what I said. We're all adults. Make informed decisions. If you are new to the XJW community, and you're searching because things are not making sense and not adding up, do your due diligence to do real research. There's so many things out there that can let you know, and they're documented. Ex-witnesses do not have to make up anything on this organization. We don't have to make up anything. It's all legit. We can use the publications that we studied for our whole lives and find the stupid stuff that's going on in this organization. And I believe 2018, that we are in for a roller coaster ride in regards to that organization. So, like I said, I still have family in there. My mom's in there. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, I'm a 5-year cancer survivor. I'm not in remission. I still am fighting leukemia. And I got removed from the Christian congregation in September 11th. I had my judicial committee meeting. The following Tuesday, they disfellowshipped me for being divisive. Not because I did any of the things that the Bible would negate, saying that you need to be disfellowshipped for, but because I didn't agree with what I was being taught anymore. And I found out things. So from that point, from September to now, I have not spoken to my mom, and she knows I'm fighting for my life as a cancer patient. So again, that's how powerful and how manipulative the organization is. You shouldn't be able to come between a son and a mother's love for that son in regards to something as serious as fighting leukemia. But that's the position I'm in. She's doing it because she thinks that that's her way of attempting to show me she loves me by trying to help me get back into that organization. and I'm not going back. My family's not going back. Actually, Kim and Mikey just read our nail in the coffin off. We're 8 deep, and I'll leave you that clue. And we had to get out of the organization and ain't looking back, besides trying to warn other people to get out. So this is my contribution for today to the XJW community. My name is Ron, signing off. Y'all have a good afternoon.